I am here with Doug Horton of Munson Boats. Thanks for joining me, Doug. Hey, what is Munson Boats?
So, Munson Boats is a custom aluminum boat manufacturer. We go from design, build, and deliver a turnkey vessel that's very specific to specific uses and custom tailored to meet a customer's specific needs.
Yeah, we've got 10 projects underway right now on the shop floor, 2 of which being 52 footers, which are huge for us, and it makes for a full house. Usually there's a little more breathing room in here.
What type of jobs are there here at Munson Boats?
So the types of jobs we have would consist of, entry-level maintenance jobs, which, keep the facility in order, clean. Entry-level construction jobs, which are boat assembly positions. And then from there you would graduate into more of a fabricator, welder, journeyman, master, aluminum guy. But on the other side of the shop, we've got also jobs in design, jobs in boat outfitting, which could be any of the systems installation, mechanical, propulsion, any bells and whistles that get applied to the boat to make it work would be on the system side. So there's more or less on the production floor, you've got construction and you've got outfitting.
How would a student get into something like that? Maybe they want to do construction or outfitting or design. I mean, what are some pathways that you have seen in your time here?
Yeah, quite honestly, some of the best background a student could have trying to get into this would be willingness to learn, positive attitude, eagerness, and just kind of a hunger to take on this field and really just learn on the job. Really, I feel like there's kind of limited classroom opportunity to really get the skills in set to apply to this sort of work. The basics can be taught, but the intricacies definitely need to be learned on the job.
What classes maybe in school could they take? What classes do you recommend maybe students take at Skagit Valley College or Bellingham Tech or anything like that?
Sure. The classes I would recommend, if you were thinking you were going to get into manufacturing and, probably the curriculum's a little different or the options are a little different than what I'd be familiar with. But, anything that would be, a manufacturing related or, if you could get into get the basics of AutoCAD, drafting, that sort of thing, that would kind of get your head wrapped around what we go through from a design standpoint to get a boat taken from a concept to an actual build.
Here is a stack of raw material in our router table. It's just starting the program right now. Eventually the sheet that's on the table will be cut into boat parts. So, it's I could go into great depth what the router actually means, but it's what creates all our perfect geometry and perfectly fitting boat parts.
Any computer skills with keyboarding or the basics programs, I would say that's very helpful. Obviously your math, a lot of this, our masters are very skilled in tape measure math. As easy as that sounds, being able to do quick math and to be able to find center lines and just do layout stuff is shaves time off your build cycle. And I'd say obviously you want good social skills because you're working as part of a team. So any program that you're in that would help build that team camaraderie, could even be sports for that matter. I would say would play into being a, successful future part of a team like this.
Doug, what are the best and worst parts about working here in your position and some of the people on the floor?
Right. Okay. I would say the best and worst parts of my position. So, I would say dealing with the human element and dealing with kind of, a group of people that all have different personalities, different tendencies, moods, attitudes. That would probably be the most difficult part of just trying to keep everybody together in a team environment. Luckily I've got a lot of good help on the floor that is the good positive attitudes that help corral that and keep it together. Some of the best parts I see are, when we're able to pull something off and deliver, a boat that was done very efficiently, that's very clean. It's almost like, I look at it as like a, prized piece of equipment, no different than a tractor or a crane or a airplane. This is a piece of equipment that was specifically ordered and designed and built to serve a specific use. And when we can pull it off and everything functions well and checks out well, it's a good feeling. I'd say another high point would be when we can take on somebody with little to no skills that I see some promise in, and when we start reaping some fruit from our investment and seeing somebody's skills actually bloom and take off, and when they start doing some quality work and everybody around them's impressed and they've kind of gained the respect of their peers, I think that's a good feeling for me to have. So as far as for an entry level production worker on the floor, let's just say it's a welder. I'd say some of the bad things or whatnot, the no fun things, or it's a lot of hard work. There's no way around it. This is not a desk job. This is you are climbing up on and in what you are working on. You're out of position. You gotta be really agile and use your body in ways that you probably haven't used it before. So it's tough. It's not like it's beating you up too bad, but you definitely have to be in some sort of good boat building shape to pull this off. Running a long weld where you're holding your arms overhead for 4 minutes or something at a time. If you're not in shape for that, then it'll take it out of you. Some of the good things, just like I said, when you start, your skills start blooming and blossoming, and you really start to gain that confidence, and instead of all the menial tasks on the boat, you're starting to get a little more responsibility and learn more parts of the build and pull them off with confidence. I would say that's a great feeling, just knowing that you're a valued part of the team. I would say that would answer that.
Watch your step because there's plenty of stuff to trip over. This is a 26-foot catamaran for the USGS Oregon. It's a survey boat, basically. It's got a bunch of water sampling specialty equipment that'll be on the boat when it's done. Here we've got a pair of 21-foot monos. These are both going to the state of California Department of Fish and Wildlife as patrol boats. So what we've got in the jig over here is the makings of a 21-foot patrol boat for the city of Sacramento, California. That boat will be started probably as soon as this afternoon. Here we've got a 52-foot monohull twin inboard jet boat. This is an oil spill response vessel going to Western Canada Marine Response Corporation, part of a 4-boat order with them. You see this one, this is boat number 4, and right here we've got boat number 3, which is well into outfitting. This boat's about 2 weeks away from going out of the shop and going down to the water. This one's about 3 months away. Here we've got a 26-foot catamaran hull that's going to the USGS Hammond Bay. This is a 38-foot fireboat catamaran bottom for the city of San Diego, California. It's got quad outboards, inboard fire pump, monitors on the roof, the bow and the stern, generator system. It's got a lot going on. So here we've got this is a 32-foot twin inboard jet boat for the city of Houston, Texas. Generator system, some dive equipment. I'm not sure exactly what they're used it for, but pretty cool rig. So our 10th project in the shop here, this is excuse me, Katie. This is a 36 by 10 foot patrol boat for the Ulster County Sheriff. I want to say it's in New York. Twin outboard powered boat. It's got some dive equipment and whatnot. And it's basically to support their any of their patrol or rescue needs.
What advice do you have for students that are thinking about getting into the industry? Or maybe they're not even sure. You know,
Sure.
These last couple of years have really done a number on everyone. Well, what if they don't know what they want to do? What advice do you have?
You got to be patient with what you're gonna receive right out of the gate. This is kind of it's like a relationship. You know, you're gonna get out of it what you put in, and you know it's not gonna be instant return right away. I mean, when I hire on somebody that's a rookie, a greenhorn with little to no skills, it takes them anywhere from a year to 3 years before they're proficient in whatever job I hired them on for, to where the investment that I have in their training and bringing them up starts to tip back over and actually make money for the company. So, you know, I would say the pay scale at that point, you know, it takes a little bit before you're actually worth a, you know, a good journeyman wage, really. And I would say to that, you know, if you get to that point where you've stuck this out and you've gone through your training and you've proven yourself with, you know, good work ethic, attitude, some drive, and really shown your peers that you want this, there's a great living to be made here. The blue collar wage that most of these guys are used to getting that are journeymen is very competitive and comfortable within other trades. And I would say, you know, if you get to the point where you're taking on responsibility for the company, some leadership roles and whatnot, there's definitely a really good career to be made of it.